And I can't taste the coffee. Can't taste it. Just a nice, yummy chocolate cake. Somebody take this away from me before I eat the whole loaf. Tutaonana baadaye. See you at the next episode. Na nimeenda. Habari gani? Oh, I forgot to say episode 1. Welcome to my channel. So, leo tunaenda kupika keki ya Wimbi. So call it Wimbi cake. That's what we are making today. Wimbi chocolate cake. It's a gluten-free. Wimbi is a sorghum. What's Wimbi? What's Wimbi in okay. Sorghum or millet is a grain that grows predominant in Africa, and we use it to make uji, or for some people ugali. Ile ugali black forest. You know ugali black forest? Ile Wimbi, the black ugali, the dark ugali. Yeah, but today we are using it to make cake. If you have people who are on a gluten-free diet, perfect cake for them. If you have people who are, or if you don't like too much, calories from cake, low calorie, high fiber, this is the cake for you. Very simply, these are things you probably have in your pantry. So, butter, brown sugar. Ile sukari na kumana molasses ndani. Brown sugar. Kama ni muhindi utaita sukari nguru ama njagari, it's up to you. Eggs, 6 eggs. And my favorite ingredient, Maziwa mala, also known as buttermilk. Buttermilk ni Maziwa mala. So, what I'm going to do, I've already measured them. The recipe will be in the comments, so you can follow along. So here, I put Wimbi. This is in Wimbi with 5 grams, 250 grams of Wimbi flour, with 5 grams of baking powder and 5 grams of baking soda. It is important to use the two of them, baking soda and baking powder. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start by mixing the dry ingredients. I have 50 grams, 100 grams of baking chocolate, milk chocolate, that I've grated. I find it easier to work with it this way because it's more evenly distributed. Then I have cocoa powder. This is alkalized cocoa powder. As you might notice, it's a bit darker than the usual cocoa. Dry ingredients first, except the sugar. And I have coffee. This is just instant coffee. Don't worry, you will taste the coffee. But there's something about coffee and chocolate. That's a marriage made in heaven. Coffee enhances chocolate taste. It intensifies chocolate flavor. So, yeah, all my dry ingredients together. Give it a stir so that they're combined. So you're not seeing coffee on one side, baking soda on one side, and Wimbi flour on one side. That should be okay. Set that aside. Now, our butter, margarine, butter or margarine, it doesn't matter. Either of them, you get a good result. But like I like to say, butter makes everything better. So if you can use butter, even better. 200 grams of butter. Brown sugar, I'm using brown sugar or jaggery. If you want sukari nguru, just break it up into small pieces or run it through your grinder, coffee grinder, and then get into your powder, and then in it goes. Then I have vanilla essence. Then what we're going to do, we're going to book hands. Mamasim is something that makes work easier. So you can do this with a mwiko and get your workout for the day in. But today We are just going to use it. Trust the mixer. Remember, using brown sugar, this won't get any as white as though when you're using, white sugar. See the thing hapa? I think I'm done. Yeah, so my eye. Candles a bit. So now dry ingredients. What I'm going to do again is fold them in 3 parts. So I'll start with flour. This is Wimbi flour and the dry ingredient, and fold it in. You guys need to respect makers. We make the ones smell better. Should be here. Is that way we can make them smell? Oh my god. It's not even fold it. Set in 3 parts. Starting with flour and ending with flour. A bit of Maziwa mala. Good to go. See? Yeah. So we're baking this in a loaf tin. I doubled the recipe, so it's enough for the long loaf tin, the one that fits almost a kilo of a kilo size loaf. But you can go ahead and divide this into 2 normal size, small size, like the 400-gram loaf tins. You can actually bake this in a round cake tin. Not limiting. If you want it as a round cake, that's fine. But I enjoy this as a tea cake. That's why I bake it in a loaf tin. So then you can get slices of, and amazing to take with tea or coffee. So, as always, I have heavily, I mean, please go heavy-handed with this one to avoid the cake sticking to the tin. I heavily greased it, and then some of the flour, the Wimbi, the Millet, the Sorghum flour, I dusted the tin with it. Heavily, remember, keyword guys, you have to go heavy. Lazima upake mrumbani vizuri. Otherwise, your cake will stick to the tin. Remember, this is gluten-free, and it's crumbly, and yeah, it has this propensity to just stick to the tin. Gluten is a protein found in wheat and other grains that helps baking baked goods rise. I doubled the recipe, like I said, guys. So I have a little leftover which I will put in another tin. my oven at 180 for 15 minutes. Then this will go in there. We'll be right back to show you what the baked cake looks like. I've done baking spray on this one, guys. So I got too much butter, cake butter. So this has baking spray. It's invisible. It's clear. So we'll see. There we go. So time to go to the oven. We'll bake and we'll be right back with the results. Don't go anywhere. One of my hacks to get a really moist cake, especially when I'm baking with Wimbi, and to get it to spread the heat nicely inside evenly, is I cover the cake tin with cling film, aluminum foil or aluminium foil, depending on which school you went to. So we just lightly tent with aluminium foil so that all the moisture stays inside. You keep it super moist. Give it space, give the cake space to rise. And also help the heat stay in there so it cooks faster. Yeah. Notice I'm baking the ovens in the middle rack of the oven, guys. That's for heat maximization, and also so that it's not too close to the heating element. My oven is a gas oven, so the heat comes from below and above. And yeah, in the middle is the best place to bake this kind of cake. Yeah. So if you can bake yours also in the middle of your oven, yeah, please do that. Yeah. It's hot. It's hot, but very spongy, very spongy. So you let it cool for a few minutes, like 5 minutes in there. Remember, this doesn't have gluten, so crumbling is very easy. So let it cool for about 10 minutes in the tin, and then you come and turn it out onto a wire rack. So this has been cooling for a while in the tin, about 10 minutes. So to get it easily out of the tin, you just run a knife around the edges. Yeah. See the heavy greasing and the powdering with the flour? It really helped. It really helped. It stopped from sticking. So this didn't stick so much, as you can see. It actually left the sides of the tin, which is an indication that ilikuwa imeiva vizuri. It actually cooked very well. Perfect Wimbi chocolate cake, gluten-free Wimbi chocolate cake. Yeah. So the difference, you see the difference. We used cooking spray and we heavily buttered the other one. So you can choose to use either. Hi guys, our gluten-free Wimbi chocolate cake is out of the oven. Very nice and spongy. This is expected sinking in the middle. The lack of this flour doesn't have gluten, so it would have either cracked or sunk in the middle. That's expected. Later, we'll be talking about gluten-free baking later in the channel, and I'll show you what tricks or what other ingredients to include that will prevent this from happening. But this is a good enough cake ya kukula tu na chai kwako nyumbani. Yeah, no pressure. So we're going to slice And taste. You have to use a very sharp knife because it's very crumbly. A very sharp knife or a bread knife. It's super crumbly. And this, ladies and gentlemen, that's the crumb structure. Amazing crumb structure. See how spongy it is? That's from the mala. So yeah. This is amazing, guys. Chocolate cake, gluten-free, Wimbi. Two kinds of chocolate. Put cocoa powder in there, alkalized cocoa powder, which is dark cocoa powder, and we put chocolate, grated dark milk chocolate. And I can't taste the coffee. Remember we put coffee in here? Can't taste it. Just nice chocolatey cake. I can't even taste, the grittiness that's supposed to come from the Wimbi, the grain. It's not there. Just a nice, yummy chocolatey cake. Somebody take this away from me before I eat the loaf. It's really nice. Try it. And as always, leave your comments. Better still, post a picture. Post the picture of yours, the one that you've tried, in the comment section. Subscribe and give me ideas of what else I can do. What else we can make together on this channel. Meanwhile, see you at the next episode. And imeenda. Bye. Naenda kutafuta swali.